Hi, my name is Nicolas Marcoux. I'm MSSP architect for Palo Alto Networks, and today I'm super excited to present you Prisma SASE Multitenant platform. So basically, as you will see, we have truly unified Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN together in a single portal and single platform in order to deliver a unique SASE experience. I believe this is unique in the market, and you will understand why. So I'm in the landing page of the SASE portal. So we have three tabs: SASE, Prisma Access, and Prisma SD-WAN. So those tabs are to aggregate information of all tenants. So in the platform, we have multiple tenants that were created. Some are Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN together, so tenant 2. Some are Prisma Access only, and some are SD-WAN only. So it means that we can reflect any customer project that can cope with any requirements. But to manage and operate all the tenants with a single platform, that is unique. So in this SASE, we see a bunch of aggregated information: application volume, risky application, security threats. We can change at any time the time range. We can move on to Prisma Access. So it's going to load widgets on all the tenants to see where we are on the Prisma Access point of view. So we see that we have a lot of threats that were blocked. We see a lot of applications that were accessed. Some of them were risky and not blocked. We see the top tenants that are having issues for risky application, and in particular tenant 2, because you have to imagine that we have hundreds of tenants, and the purpose of the platform in this aggregated view is to quickly spot which tenants are having issues, regardless it is Prisma Access or SD-WAN. So it's really to help the people and operator to see what's going on. We see the license distribution, when the licenses are going to expire. Fortunately, it's 0 in this case. And we can move on to Prisma SD-WAN. So similarly, we will have aggregated information for all SD-WAN tenants at the fingerprints. So it's very easy. So we see in this case that, for instance, we have some alarms for the tenant 2. We see that all the links for all the branch for the 2 tenants that are having SD-WANs are good. So we are in good shape here. And same here for device controller. They are all connected to the controller. So when it is green, it's all good, but you can assume we could have red stuff, and then we can drill down to understand what's going on. So now I'm going to monitor, and in monitor, I will go to devices. So devices will give you a view about all the tenants that are having SD-WAN, and again, whether they're having controller data center connectivity, branch connectivity, connected to the controller. So it's all good. We can go to branches. So in branches, we'll have more insight about whether the branch is in good health, whether the link are good, so and on a per tenant basis. Now let's move to threats. So in threats, we have aggregated data. And one thing interesting is that at any time, we can select a tenant, and it will reload the widgets with the information for this particular tenant. So we see that this particular tenant is having a lot of threats. Fortunately, the threats were blocked, and this particular user generated critical threats. So it's very powerful to quickly drill down information for a particular tenant. Same fashion, we have information for applications. So for application, we see top app, we see the categories, we see some risky applications. So very, very detailed information. And again, we can see that this particular user is generating problems and accessing risky applications. We can monitor all the licenses and have information for licenses. So I will go back to the top level and it will load data for all the tenants. So let's wait a few minutes. So for some reason it's not loading, so let's move on. So for upgrades, also we'll see a visibility of what are the planned upgrades. So in this case, there are none, but we could have imagined upgrades that are planned and knowing what's going on. If I go to manage, we see again multiple information, multiple support ID that are necessary with our tag. We know when it's going to expire, what type of licenses were allocated, so very easy. So that is for Prisma Access. And for Prisma SD-WAN, this is focused on devices. And here we see all the devices for all the tenants. So in our case, we only have 5 devices. We can know that this particular device with this particular serial number is attached and allocated to tenant 2. And here we have tenant 4. And at any time, we can recycle ION device and allocate it to another tenant. So it's very easy. Everything is done and operated via the portal. Finally, we have the alerts. So first we have security alerts for information. And then we have network alarms for SD-WAN point of view. So in this case, we see that one tenant is having some alarms, but fortunately, those are P3 alarms. So now what I provided you is a view of aggregated information or sometimes looking into details, but the beauty is that at any time, I can connect to the normal console of the product. So if I go to tenant 2, I'm going to seamlessly connect to the cloud managed UI of tenant 2, and we will have information of tenant 2. So here I see Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN because this tenant 2 is having both products. So in the same pane of glass, we see both products. So for instance, here we can manage Prisma Access. We have all the capabilities. Interestingly is that we have also ADEM, which is our digital experience management tool. So very handy to troubleshoot information and understand where the issue are for mobile user or remote sites. Same, we can go to SD-WAN. So you see that in the same UI, I'm managing both Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN. So we can go to a particular branch and we can take a look about this advanced analytics and understand what's going on in this particular branch. So all the capabilities for this tenant 2 here are accessible. And this is very powerful because it's all unified. The Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN unified in this same portal. And at any time, I can go back to another tenant. So let's go to tenant 3. Tenant 3, it's Prisma Access only. And because it is Prisma Access only, we will only see capability of Prisma Access being loaded. So here we go. So the data are loading and we see that Prisma Access now is showing up and this is the cloud managed UI. Now, if I go to tenant 4, this is SD-WAN only. In same fashion, I can switch to another tenant very easily. And here we are going to show only information for SD-WAN. but here it's the true UI with full capabilities for changing, operating, and everything. So you see that we have truly converged at multiple levels the Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN product to make it easy. Now I wanted to go to common services and show you how powerful it is. So in this top level GSI MSSP, I have all my tenants, and for each tenants that I created, I have the licenses, I see the products. So here we have only Prisma Access, but if I go to tenant 2, I have Prisma SD-WAN and Prisma Access. If I go to tenant 4, it's only Prisma SD-WAN. And one thing is that it is fully hierarchical, so you can build any hierarchy, can be any level, and it can reflect any organization. So very powerful. Then we have the identity and access management. Let me go back to the top level. This is where we will manage and create users. So if I look up for users, the users I'm using, you create the users and then you get automatic access to any products depending on the rights. So if I click on it, this is where you manage the application. So you can give access to a single product, to multiple products. For all products, we can give multiple type of levels that are reflecting use cases. So what it means is that you can have different teams from different organizations. Organization A is in charge of SD-WAN. Organization B is in charge of Prisma Access. You can mix and match any use cases. So this is because we have fine-grained role-based access control. What I show you is all UI-based, but keep in mind that everything is available via API. We have a very modern API gateway schema. So here it's listing all the tenants that I showed you before. Everything is accessible via API. You can create and automate end-to-end workflow, day 0, day 1. So very powerful. So again, everything is available via API. So I will go back to the top level. So let me go back here and I will wrap up. So what I demonstrated is a unified SASE experience. In my opinion, it's truly unique in the market. We are the only one achieving this deep level integration of multiple products, and in particular Prisma Access and Prisma SD-WAN. So the outcome of that is that because all of this integrated is that we will reduce the OPEX cost by combining all those products and to make it easy to operate and manage. The problem with managing point products, then it creates headaches for operational team. Here you have a single platform, single UI to manage everything. This is where you achieve the ultimate SASE experience. And finally, I would like to deeply congratulate the engineering and product management team that built this product. I joined Palo Alto Networks 10 months ago. At that time, it was only vision, and the question was about execution, and they delivered it, and it's astonishing. I'm really impressed by the result, and again, this unique experience is going to be game changer. Thank you for listening.